Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Generic Football League. We are live here at the stable home of the Northern Outlaws for today's Week 10 matchup of the Northeast Outlaws taking on the Northern Outlaws. We're going to be honest here, folks. Neither team can really make a change to their postseason ambitions here in this one. For the Hawkeyes, their place is set in stone. They will be going to the postseason. Whether they will be the number 3 seed is still questionable, but they are playoff bound no matter what. For the Northern Outlaws, they are eliminated from playoff contention. That cannot be changed. So for the Hawkeyes, all they can really do with this game is win and get that number 3 seed. If they lose, then that leaves the number 3 seed up for contention. Here we go, first down for the Hawkeyes. On first down here for the Hawkeyes, they'll start with the ground game. Oh! Avoiding a hurdle high. We'll bring up second down now for the Hawkeyes. The Hawkeyes could drop to the number 4 seed in the event that they lose and the Coastal Pirates get the win. But a win secures the number 3 seed officially. A loss and a Pirates win gets them the 4 seed. 2nd and 7 here. Hawkeyes go with a run play, and they've got themselves the first down. But win or lose, the Northeast Hawkeyes are postseason bound, and for the Northern Outlaws, this season has just been very disappointing for them. Now they're missing out on a playoff spot. You just want to know how they rebound heading into next season. First down now for the Hawkeyes. It's back to the ground game here. They're not going to get much with it. Looks like they'll lose about a yard or two. Second down for the Hawkeyes. Second and 12. Second and 13 here for the Hawkeyes. They're going to try the passing game here. This one, deep shot right side. Pass is caught! And a big first down. A big throw from Carpenter, the first one of the game. Now first down for the Hawkeyes. Inside the red zone here. First down, they're going to go back to the ground game up the middle, and they're going to get close to the marker. Second down. Good runs from Richardson here in the opening drive. Second and 2 here for the Hawkeyes. Second down, tossed out left side, back to Richardson. And Richardson into the end zone. Touchdown, Northeast Hawkeyes. And Richardson not getting stopped, took it all the way to the house. And the Hawkeyes, first team on the board. So here comes the extra point attempt. Extra point will be up and good, 7-0. Here we go. We are set for kickoff, and the Outlaws are going to be getting the ball here. Here we go. Set for kickoff. Here's the kick and return here for the Outlaws. We'll see what the Outlaws can do here with the return, taking out the 35. First down now here for the Outlaws. They're getting the ball for the first time this game. And if I'm the Outlaws, at least we get to finish the season in front of our home crowd here. They're going to run it with Sullivan on first down. Sullivan will get the first down. It would be nice to win at home at least for the Northern Outlaw fans. This season has not been kind to them. First down for the Outlaws. Samuels back to Sullivan. Sullivan breaking a tackle around the 50. Not going to get much. Second down. Especially when you think of the Outlaws. Last season, they got 2 wins. And if they were to lose here today, they would finish with a worse win. They would finish with a worse record than they did last season. You'd at least like to win as many games last season in this season. Back to the ground game. Sullivan, he's going to get the first down. And I don't know, Tucker injured on the play here. Not good for the Hawkeyes. We've seen some teams turn it around here in Season 2. We've seen some teams kind of stay around the same area. And then Outlaws getting worse, arguably, in Season 2 of the Generic Football League. Here's Samuels in the pocket. Samuels fires right side. Pass is intercepted. And this one looks like it's going to be a pick 6 for the Hawkeyes. And it will be. Touchdown, Northeast Hawkeyes on the pick 6. Kosh takes it all the way back to the house. Extra point attempt is going to be up and good. I think when you compare their records from Season 1 to Season 2, the most improved team in Season 2 of Generic Football League has been the Southeast Bears. Going from two wins last season to 6 wins in Season 2 and having the number 2 seed in the playoffs is a big improvement. But now the goal for them is to get to Honorable 2. I mean, the Outlaws going to be getting the ball back here. We'll see if they can get something on this drive after the pick 6. Good return to the 35. For the Hawkeyes, a win would get them to 500, which a 5-5 record will be the same as their opponents in Honorable 1 and the Golden Panthers. They went 5-5 in the regular season. First down here for the Outlaws. A run with Sullivan. And Sullivan only going to get about 2. Second down. Second and 9 here for the Outlaws. Samuels in the pocket. Samuels floats it right side. This one is caught. Short of the marker, though. Third down. They're going to run here with Sullivan on third down. He stops short of the marker. Fourth down. Here we go. Here's the punt. And fair catch signal. This one going to be marked down at the 12. First down on the way here for the Hawkeyes. First down here for the Hawkeyes. First down here. They'll toss it out right side to Richardson. Richardson got some blocks. Gets the first down. First down here for the Hawkeyes. Clock winding down here in the first. Back to Richardson up the middle. We'll get a couple. Second down. Second and 7 here for the Hawkeyes. Clock winding down here. We're under 10 to go here in the first. Back to Richardson. He's stopped at the 30. Third down. And here we go. End of the first quarter. Hawkeyes lead 14-0. Third and 3 for the Hawkeyes. Carpenter going to fire left side pass, intercepted by the Outlaws. They're trying to take it back for 6. Stopped at the 10. First and goal for the Outlaws. They're going to run it here on first down to Sullivan. He's stopped in the middle. Second down. Second and goal for the Outlaws. Back to the ground game again, and Sullivan stops in the backfield. Third down. Third and goal. Samuels is going to get hit before he can do anything. Fourth down. And the Outlaws are going to settle for a field goal. It was Paris with the sack. .30-yard field goal attempt. And this one up and good. 14-3 here in the second. And here we go, set for kickoff. 14-3 with 4:01 left here in the second quarter. And here we go. Here's the return here for the Hawkeyes. Good return going, stopped at the 30. First down here for the Hawkeyes. Carpenter on first down, going to give to Richardson. Richardson taken down at the 35. Second and 4 here for the Hawkeyes. Second and 4, Carpenter in the pocket. Carpenter floats it right side. Pass is tipped, incomplete. Third and 4 for the Hawkeyes. Third and 4. Carpenter fires down the middle. Pass is caught. It's a first down. Take it down just past the 45. First down here for the Hawkeyes. Carpenter will be in shotgun. Richardson to his right. Carpenter in the pocket. Carpenter down the middle. Pass is caught. Oh, big hit. And we just short of the marker. Second down. Second and 2 here. Carpenter in the pocket. Looking, rolling right. He's sacked. Third down, Hawkeyes. Third and 8 here for the Hawkeyes. Carpenter in shotgun. Carpenter dropping back. Pressured and sacked again. Fourth down. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. Fourth and 18. The punt unit on the field for the Hawkeyes. Here we go. Here's the punt. Bearcats signaled. First down here for the Outlaws. First down here, they'll run with Sullivan. Sullivan's going to get a couple. Second down. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Here we go. Second down here. Back to Sullivan again. Stop short. Third down. Third down here. Samuels fires. Pass is going to be swatted incomplete. Fourth down. Fourth and inches. And the Outlaws punting this one away here. Under 2 minutes to go now. Bearcats signaled. Hawkeyes are going to get it inside the 25. First down here for the Hawkeyes. 1:42 to go. Carpenter in the pocket. Fires right side. Pass caught. We'll see if they give him the first down here. That one looks close. First down here for the Hawkeyes. They did give it to him. First down, Carpenter. Looking to find somebody. Carpenter has time. Goes right side. This one incomplete. Second and 10 for the Hawkeyes. Carpenter will be under center here. Backfield empty. Carpenter drops back. Carpenter looks, goes left side. This one is incomplete. Third down. Here we go. Carpenter goes right side here on third down. It's dropped. Incomplete. Fourth down. Fourth and 10. The Hawkeyes are going to pump this one away here. And here we go. Here's the punt. Fair catch signaled. Outlaws going to get it to 24. First down, Outlaws, 1:03 to go. First down here, Samuels in the pocket. Samuels looking, goes right side. This one is caught at the 45. First down, Outlaws. I take a timeout. First down here for the Outlaws. Samuels in the pocket. Samuels looking, and he's going to get sacked. Second and 16 here for the Outlaws. Second down here, Samuels in the pocket, looking, pressure, fires right side, pass dropped, incomplete. Third down. Third down here for the Outlaws. Third down, Samuels in the pocket. Samuels, deep shot down towards the right side. 1-on-1. It's dropped. Fourth down. Fourth and 16. And the Outlaws will punt this one away. Fair catch signaled at the 15. First down, Hawkeyes, 34 seconds to go. They're going to run here with Richardson on first down. He's going out left side. Richardson has good space here. Richardson with a good run. First down, Hawkeyes. I'm surprised they're not going with a little sense of urgency here. First down for the Hawkeyes. And it seems like they're content with just running this one to halftime here. And I'll take us to halftime. 14-3. Hawkeyes lead. Here we go. Here's the kick. And return here. And, oh! Fumble at the opening kickoff! Who's got it? Hawkeyes have it. They pick it up. First down here for the Hawkeyes after the fumble. They're going to go with the ground game. You're not going to get much. Second and 10 here for the Hawkeyes. Back to the ground game again. Gonna get a couple. Third down. Third and 8 here for the Hawkeyes. Third and 8. Carpenter in the pocket, pressured, sacks, fourth down. Here we go. Hawkeyes will set up for a field goal attempt. This one up and good. Here we go. 17-3. Hawkeyes adding 3 more to the lead. And considering the fumble in the opening kickoff, you're kind of hoping more for a field goal, but they'll take what they can get. Here's the return for the Outlaws, and they're not going to get much past the 25. First down here for the Outlaws. They're going to run it with Sullivan on first down. We'll get a couple. Second down. Second and 7 here for the Outlaws. Second down here, toss Sullivan right side. Sullivan gets maybe a yard or two with the run. Third down. Third and 7 for the Outlaws. Samuels lets this one go left side, though. This one incomplete. Fourth down. Fourth and 7. And the Outlaws are going to punt this one away here. Bearcats signaled. And it'll be at the 25. First down here for the Hawkeyes. Under 3 minutes here in the third. First down here, they're going to run with Richardson. He's going to get a couple up the middle. Second down for the Hawkeyes. Here we go. They're going to run it here with Richardson. Going up the middle, and he's got it. First down. First down here for the Hawkeyes. First down here, back to the ground game. Richardson going to run it here. And he'll get about half. Second down. Second and 5 here for the Hawkeyes. Toss it out right side to Richardson. And Richardson stops short. Third down. Third down the Hawkeyes. Under 2 minutes to go. Third and 4. And it's back to Richardson again. And they stop him inches short of the marker. Fourth down. And here we go. Here's the punt. Fair catch signaled, and this one is going to land at the 2. What a punt. First down here for the Outlaws. They're going to run it here on first down with Sullivan. And Sullivan going to get the first down on the run. First down here for the Outlaws. They're going to run it here, but again with Sullivan, he's hit just past the 15. Second down. Second and 4 for the Outlaws. Second down here, they're going to run it again with Sullivan, and he stops at the line. Third down. Third down, Outlaws. Third down here. It's play action. This one down the middle. Swatted, incomplete. Fourth down. Fourth and 4. Punt unit back out on the field for the Outlaws. Here we go. Fair catch signaled at the 38. It'll be a first down for the Outlaws. First down, Hawkeyes. 15 seconds here in the third. Carpenter on first down, gonna run it. Oh, with Richardson, he stood no chance. And I'll take us to the end of the third quarter, 17-3. Second and 13 here for the Hawkeyes to open the fourth. They're going to run it here with Richardson. He's going to get those yards back and more, taken down at the 40. Third down here for the Hawkeyes. Third down here, Carpenter fires right side. Oh, intercepted by the Outlaws. And it looks like they're taking this one back for 6. Touchdown, Northern Outlaws. And with the extra point attempt here, this will make it a one possession game. But the Hawkeyes are going to be getting the ball back. 49-yard pick 6 for the Outlaws. Extra point. Going to be up and good. 17-10 here in the fourth. (17-10), 4:33 to go. Hawkeyes getting the ball back here on this kickoff. Here we go. Here's the kick and return. So we'll see how the Hawkeyes respond to throwing a pick 6. First down here, Carpenter in the pocket, looks, goes left side, passes, dropped, incomplete, second down. Second and 10 here for the Hawkeyes. Gonna run it here with Richardson left side. Richardson gets the first down. Good run. Here we go. Richardson gonna run it here. Second and 3 here for the Hawkeyes. Carpenter in the pocket, looking, going deep shot left side. Does he have him here? Oh, he dropped it. Incomplete. Had him deep left side and just dropped it. That could have been a touchdown. Third down for the Hawkeyes. Third and 3 here. Toss it out to Richardson. He got a block. Richardson has the first down. Stiff arms a tackle off and taking out the 45 of the Outlaws. First down, Hawkeyes. Toss it out right side, Richardson. Having to cut outside, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he will lose about 2 yards. Second down. Second down here. They're going to run it again with Richardson. And we'll get a couple on the run. Third down. Third down at Hawkeyes. 3rd and 7. They're going to run it here again. Stopped. 4th down. "55-yard field goal attempt here for the Hawkeyes to make it 20-10 here in the 4th. If they make this game might be over. And a wrap on the Northern Outlaws season. Here we go. They're going to run down the clock here. They might go to the 2-minute warning. No, snap it before. The kick. Up. And no good. It just fell short. And we've reached the 2-minute warning. Outlaws starting at their own 44. All they need is a touchdown and an extra point, and this game is tied. First down for the Outlaws. First down here. Samuels in the pocket. Samuels rolling right. Looking. Doesn't get rid of it. Incomplete. No. Well, I think they're going to say he got rid of it. It didn't, at least that's what it looked like. So they're going to rule it incomplete. Pass. 2nd down. Second and 10. Samuels down the middle. Pass is caught. That's a first down for the Outlaws. First down, Outlaws. Samuels in the pocket. Samuels looking down the middle again. Pass incomplete. Second and 10 here. Samuels fires towards the left side. Oh, intercepted by the Hawkeyes. First down, Hawkeyes, and the defense might have just sealed the game. They're going to run it here with Richardson. It's not going to get much. Second down, Outlaws take a timeout. Second and 5. Second down here. We're running with Richardson again. He's got the first down. First down for the Hawkeyes. We're going to run it again here with Richardson stopped at the line. Not going to get much. Second and 8 here for the Hawkeyes. We're about to reach the 1 minute mark. Under a minute to go now. Hawkeyes will be wasting as much time as they can. I'm going to run it here with Richardson. And Richardson powering through trying to get to the marker. Outlaws finally take their third and final timeout. Third down here for the Hawkeyes. Third down here. They take the knee. Fourth down. They might actually have to punt this one, though. Fourth and 3. For the Outlaws, this might... I don't think this might... I think this will be the last play. So, for this punt, it's either going to go or it doesn't. And they're going to call fair catch. And it's not going to bounce in the end zone. This game's over. Hawkeyes win 17-10 to close out the regular season. Just terrible decision making from the Hawkeyes, from the Outlaws special teams there. And it cost them a chance to try and get a win at the end of the season. So for the Hawkeyes, the number 3 seed is set in stone. They cannot lose that number 3 seed now. And for the Northern Outlaws, well, the regular season is over, so they will now have to prepare for next season. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are beyond the halfway point now of Week 10. Our final 3 games, there's a lot on the table. We have 2 playoff spots to determine, and a number 1 seed still up for grabs. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we got to wrap this one up here for you. Our final from the stable, Northeast Hawkeyes 17, Northern Outlaws 10. On behalf of the Generic Football League, I am the Cowboy Crab, saying so long, everybody.